I'd been working at this assembly plant for about a year and a half. And one of the guys that worked there, he was right next to me on the job. He had been working there for almost 10 or 15 years, but I had worked right next to him for the entire year and a half. He was a really good guy, good people to talk to. Now, this entire year and a half, every single day we took our lunch break together. We'd either sat in one or the other's car, we'd eat our lunch, chit chat, talk about our lives or whatever. But one thing he didn't do is he didn't talk about his personal life very much. Like, he didn't talk about his wife and kids. He didn't talk about his financial problems. We just did a lot of chit chat. Well, one day I was coming out of the job and he was on his phone. He was arguing with somebody, and you could tell I kind of overheard the conversation. He was upset that his car had broke down in the parking lot, and whoever he was talking to couldn't find him a ride, come get him, or his car. I offered him a ride, but he refused to leave because he didn't want to leave his car there. It was a nice car. So me being me, I go back inside and I use a phone and I call a wrecking service that I knew. It's a good friend of the family. Now, they charged me $50 to come pick his car up and take it to where it needed to go. And it was a pretty good distance from where they had to go to and where they had to drop the car off. Now, when we got the car there, I didn't know that he didn't have the money to cover the cost of the repairs. And the people at the shop told him if they wasn't doing the repairs that he couldn't leave the car sitting there. They would have to have it towed away. So I asked him how much it was. They told me, and I covered the charges, which left me broke, by the way. Like, I was struggling for the rest of the week borrowing money to get back and forth, paying for gas and food. So he gets his car fixed, and that very next week when he gets paid, we both drive down to the same bank and get our checks cashed. And he walks out to me and he pulls the money out, and I'm looking down. I'm really not a nosy person, but I'm looking down at what he's got left. And I didn't have any kids at the time, so I really wasn't in dire need of the money. And I definitely didn't want to take this money from this man, knowing that he may have kids. I'm pretty sure he had kids and a wife, but I couldn't take his last dollar, so I refused to take it. But he gets mad at me, like for real mad. Like, he didn't talk to me for almost 2 weeks after that. He kept telling me that he's not the kind of guy that takes money from people and not pays it back, all this stuff. And I kept trying to explain to him that I wasn't concerned about the money. Like, I was just doing a favor and pay it forward one day. Now, fast forward about 8 years later, me and my wife decided we wanted to get a new car. We show up to this car lot and like and follow. I promise you guys will love this story. Thank you.